Ever wondered why we carve pumpkins on Halloween? Or why we dress up in creepy costumes and go trick-or-treating? Well, it all started centuries ago with the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. This was a time to celebrate the harvest's end and ward off ghosts by lighting bonfires and wearing costumes. Fast forward to the 8th century, and we see Christian traditions being added into the mix, leading to what we now know as Halloween. But let's dive deeper into these traditions, starting with the iconic jack-o'-lantern. The Irish started it all with their tale of Stingy Jack and his turnip lantern. This tale serves as the root of our beloved jack-o'-lantern tradition. Stingy Jack, as the legend goes, was a man who tricked the devil more than once, ensuring he wouldn't end up in hell. But when Jack passed away, heaven didn't want him either. Poor Jack was left to roam the earth as a ghost, with only a glowing coal nestled in a carved turnip to light his eternal wanderings. This eerie story inspired the locals to start carving their own terrifying faces into turnips, aiming to scare away any evil spirits that might cross their paths. When Irish immigrants came to America, they found pumpkins more plentiful than turnips, and so the pumpkin jack-o'-lantern was born. So remember, when you're carving that spooky face, you're partaking in a centuries-old tradition to ward off evil spirits. If you thought Halloween was just about the candy, you'd be missing half the story. Picture this: an ancient Celtic festival where the veil between our world and the spirit world is at its thinnest. It's Samhain, the end of the harvest season, and the Celts believed spirits were walking the earth. To avoid being mistaken for a spirit and left in peace, they disguised themselves in costumes. Look familiar? That's right. Your spooky vampire or adorable pumpkin costume has roots that go back 2 millennia. Now, let's unwrap the mystery of trick-or-treating. The origins of this sweet tradition are as varied as the candies you'll find in your loot bag. Some believe that it evolved from the Celtic practice of leaving out food to appease spirits during Samhain. Over time, people started dressing as these spirits in exchange for offerings of food and drink. Another theory traces trick-or-treating back to the Scottish practice of guising. This was a secular spin on souling, a medieval tradition where children and poor adults would go door to door on All Souls' Day, collecting food and money in return for prayers for the dead. But the guisers weren't interested in prayers. Instead, they'd perform songs, jokes, or other tricks in exchange for their treats. Then there's the theory that modern American trick-or-treating comes from Belsnickeling, a German-American Christmas tradition. Kids would dress up in costumes and visit their neighbors. If the adults couldn't guess the identities of the disguised children, they'd reward them with food or other treats. No matter which theory you subscribe to, it's clear that trick-or-treating has deep historical roots. And that's what makes it so special. It's not just about the sugar rush or the chance to dress up. It's about being part of a tradition that's been celebrated in various forms for thousands of years. So whether you're appeasing spirits, performing for treats, or trying to outsmart your neighbors, trick-or-treating has a long and varied history. Ever wonder why Halloween's colors are black and orange? The answer goes back to its Celtic roots. The ancient Celts associated black with the death of summer, a stark contrast to the life and vibrancy of the preceding seasons. On the other hand, orange symbolized the autumn harvest, a time of abundance and preparation for the harsh winter ahead. The blend of these two colors perfectly encapsulates the spirit of Halloween. So the next time you're picking out your Halloween decorations, remember, even the colors have a story. So there you have it, the origins of some of our favorite Halloween traditions. We've journeyed from the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, where bonfires were lit and costumes worn to ward off ghosts, to the creation of All Hallows' Eve. We've uncovered the tale of Stingy Jack, whose devilish dealings gave birth to the tradition of carving jack-o'-lanterns, albeit originally in turnips rather than pumpkins. We've delved into the spectral belief of spirits walking the earth, leading to the inception of wearing scary costumes. And let's not forget the sweet tradition of trick-or-treating, with its roots in food offerings, guising, and belsnickeling. Lastly, we've explored the symbolism of Halloween's signature colors, black and orange, which represent the death of summer and the autumn harvest season respectively. Remember, Halloween is more than just a night of fun and fright. It's a holiday steeped in history and tradition. Now, go enjoy your ghoulish festivities and don't forget to leave an offering for the spirits.